You know, we try really hard to play complementary offense and defense, and in the first half, I thought our offense completely hurt our defense. We shot too many threes. We didn't put any pressure on the rim. When we did put pressure on the rim, we were 5 for 10. And then only 6 for 11 at the rim in the second half. So that's 11 for 21 at the rim. That's not good. But because we didn't play good complementary offense, they got in transition. And not just for baskets, but we had terrible matchups. Bigs were outrunning bigs, so we had guards on bigs, bigs on guards. And that really messed us up in the half court. Our ball screen defense was not very impactful in the first half at the line of scrimmage where it happens. And then our low man was not aggressive, trying to come up and get the ball, be aggressive on the roller. So it was just some bad mojo at halftime. I thought in the second half we were much more aggressive on defense, more tough-minded on offense. We got in the lane more. We didn't shoot as many threes. Drew 9 fouls. And with about under 4 to go, I think we had the game right where we, wanted it up 10. And then we come down and take a really bad shot in offense early in the possession. Go down, get pancaked on the screen to give up a 3. They make another 3, and then we start missing free throws. And so it was a bad combination. I'm disappointed in the fact that we not only were outscored in the paint, we got outscored off turnovers and second chance points. And those are things that we have been pretty good at, all year long. Now, it's better to win than lose. A lot of teams lose these kind of games. We definitely need to obviously have to play a hell of a lot better than what we did tonight to beat Vanderbilt on Sunday. But when I go to bed tonight, it'll be a win when you wake up in the morning. And so we'll take it, we'll learn from it, and then we'll move on. Questions?
Did you want to foul up?
Yeah. That's tricky in the front court because, it's scary because of the continuation thing. I get worried once I get past half court, like all you got to do is kind of go into your motion. But, we didn't execute it. That's on me.
Do you have any inkling over the last couple of days of practices were bad?
No, practice was really good. No. I just thought we were just not very tough-minded offensively in the first half. We were moving the ball, but we were just moving it from station to station. We were just swinging it around the perimeter. We weren't putting any heat on them. And we were allowing their physicality to kind of bother us on offense. And so I was very pleased with practice on both days, really, and the way we went today. They're usually pretty good. I don't know, man. We didn't, like I said, we have to play complementary on both sides of the ball. I know it sounds pretty footballish, but it's the truth. And if you look at our numbers on offense and defense, they're pretty close if you look at these efficiency numbers. And so, we turned it over more than probably we had some atomic bombs. Look, we got to the rim a lot, man. We got to finish. We missed a lot of shots at the rim.
When you say you need to be tougher offensively, who does the toughness need to come from?
I think it's got to come from our guards. They've got to be – we talk about making snap decisions, Connor. Like when you catch the ball, you can't catch it and hold it. And you move the ball a couple times, you catch a closeout, and you got to hit a gap. And you got to play off 2 feet. And a lot of times when you get in there, the drive's not really for you. It's for somebody else. And we have a lot of actions that we do based on penetration. I just didn't think we were – Marcus can get in there from the perimeter, but other than that, from the post players. Other than that, it's on the guards to get in there. And I just don't think – we just didn't. And then we settled, for shots, and they weren't going in like they were against Queens. And guess what? It's going to happen. So we better defense and rebound.
So you belittled maybe too many one passes and shots in offense?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, especially early. I don't know about late. I thought maybe in the second half we probably were a lot better at that, John. Yeah, but it's like, okay, so you made 17 threes and what? On Sunday you're going to do it again? No, it's not going down. We got to find a. Plus, you put pressure on them to foul you, right? And here's the other thing I was really worried about. They've had 3 or 4 games where they've shot 40 free throws. I mean, they've made more free throws than their teams have attempted against them. I mean, they're one of the top teams in the country, like top 30% in getting to the line. And we did a good job of that in the first half. The second half, they got in the bonus there pretty quick.
And what's the biggest thing that concerns you heading into playing 13th ranked, Vanderbilt?
I mean, I don't know
on Sunday?
anything about Vanderbilt. I mean, I know they're good, and I know Mark Bynington really well. But I just don't do that. And so I haven't watched them. I mean, we're just going to go back to the, practice and do what we do. And the one, I'll say this about our team. In the 5 high major games that we've played, we've had about one bad half, against Oklahoma at home. I think other than that, we've been pretty darn competitive, played pretty hard. These games are over. And look, no disrespect to Longwood, they played really well. The coach did a great job with that team. But we're not playing those kind of teams anymore, And so we got to, we have to be at a different level come Sunday. But we didn't lose it either, And then you can look all around the country, and the guy that tweets what he tweets about something, pitting me and whatever. We didn't do that, and I tried to not. I was really upset at halftime. I thought after the game, I didn't yell and scream at them. I mean, they already know. They're not dumb. They know. They play well, and so you just move on. You learn from it. You watch film. You move on.
Miles did hit a
Big
tie-breaking
shot.
3 with
Yeah.
45 seconds left from the corner.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a penchant for that. Just 11 games or 12 games with you.
Yeah, I was proud of him because he hadn't shot it great. But the shots he took were pretty good shots. I mean, that he missed, they just kind of in and out. Juke's kind of going through that a little bit right now too. Where he had 7 threes against West Virginia. He hadn't shot it as well this week, and he's out there shooting right now. That's the kind of kids that they are. But credit to Miles for jumping up and making that shot. It was a big shot.
Steve, I'm interested in the thing that Coach Starkey does with the laptop and the effort.
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing how much of a tool is that for you guys? And do you use that a lot?
Yeah, I do. I probably use it more in practice in the games. It without getting real technical, it measures your intensity that you play at, and then your load as far as your explosive plays. I know pretty much based on data over a year and a half now, kind of where they need to be intensity wise. And then some guys' load's going to be more than others just depending on the position they play and the amount of time they play. But your intensity is pretty easy for me to tell. And I use it a lot more in practice. Like, I'll say, look, if this 4 or 5 minute thing, whatever we're doing, is not if the intensity is not at over 27 or 28, then we're going to run. Or, that's not where it needs to be.
Better than sight, you got proof that.
Yeah. There's a lot of data. I mean, Mike's awesome. And I get a report after every practice, and then I get a report after every game. And look, some of that stuff too is old school. Like maybe you could just see that with your eyes. You don't necessarily have to maybe read an algorithm or whatever it is, but it is good. It's good to have it. It's interesting how many miles they run in a game, and some of those guys even with like last year with Cameron. I mean, he's running like 9 miles or something in a game. It's pretty amazing. And then it helps me like in practice, like back off a little bit too. You know what I mean? Like we've gone, our load's really high, right? It's like our load's at 800. I don't want to go over 800, so I've got to back it down. Or maybe sometimes I pop it up to 1200, but I know what the load is on a lot of these drills that we do. That's pretty normal, and so it kind of helps me gauge how to play in practice.
Anything else?
Anybody else?
Josh Graham's show, I know you've been a big part of
Yeah.
that, and he's 7.5 years, and you
Yeah.
comment on Josh. You've outlasted Josh.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. I think he does an awesome job. You know, I helped him with it. You know, I did talk to Westwood one. I don't remember the guy's name, but I was glad to be able to help. I don't have any way of saying I helped, got him the job, but I think he's good at what he does. You know, and I got myself in trouble with. I was thinking about this today. I think the very first time I was on there was when I made the comment about Olivier Sarr. Is that right? And I said, "Why would you know about Kentucky?" And then I just got blasted. I mean, I had to figure out how to block, mute. I didn't even know how to do that. I mean, I was getting bombarded. Me and Coach Cal had a good laugh about that. In fact, he texted me the other day. So yeah, Josh got me off to a great start. I can't, they were listening. Yeah, you know, I always feel like with Josh, you always kind of got to be on your toes. You know, he's going to ask you something that probably doesn't pertain to coaching or the game, or it's okay. It's more like a conversation, right? So I'm happy for him, proud of him, and he'll be missed. I'm sure, you know, we'll get somebody to step into that role. It won't be me. I know that. Anybody else? Okay. All right.